We have to develop a full essay today, a complete essay in all its format. We would be making a full outline, thesis statement. If we are going to jot down, say, 13 paragraphs on this subject, then there will be 13 lines in the outline. Finally, we will conclude. What is the conclusion? Whatever we have taken our position in the thesis statement, we have to reproduce the same in the concluding paragraph. In concluding paragraph, nothing new is presented. We have just to give a brief shot of that, what we have already put on the answer sheet. Now I present that essay in the form of slides, the outline. Outline is basically to give the examiner the idea what are the main areas on which the writer is going to dilate upon. The starting point is always introduction. In the introduction, we have to give opening of our subject by putting forward the scope, extent, and the importance of the subject. To what extent the subject or the topic is going to affect human life. We also define the subject as well. What is all this artificial intelligence means? Therefore, our first point in the outline is, as you see on the slide, the artificial intelligence scenario. What is it all about? Number 2 is, will the robots be replacing human beings and putting them out of jobs? To what extent the industrialization in the past has been successful in grabbing jobs from the human beings? Whether the onslaught of second machine age or the digital age will be abrupt or gradual, we will discuss it in the historical context. Who will be the champion in the production of robots? To what extent robots would be making up the deficiency of decreased young working force in the rich economies? The division of labor-intensive industries and countries and automation-intensive industries countries. Opening up of new jobs in the field of designing, developing, and marketing of robotic engineering, high-skilled innovative jobs, IT and STEM, which we mean science, technology, engineering, mathematics as the future educational fields. Then 7th point will be, history establishes one fact, that human mind which creates the problems for itself also can fix it. Who is going to benefit from the new AI age and to what extent? What kinds of jobs will be affected more and to what extent, and the expected increase in the AI related jobs? The most significant industry using industrial robots is going to be the automotive industry. 11th point is the World Development Report 2019 on future human jobs and the demand on requisite skills. Then we will discuss AI age as an opportunity or threat. Finally, conclusion. Thesis statement is basically, as you know, our position on the subject. What the position I am going to take on this subject, I have given it in this one sentence. The artificial intelligence and robotics are no doubt replacing the human jobs, but in no way going to usher the world into any economic recession. As a matter of fact, demand of new jobs relating to designing, developing, production and maintenance of artificial intelligent machines will be generated. You see, our first point is the artificial intelligence scenario. Accordingly, we have developed this number 1 paragraph. Before touching this subject, I would like to say that this artificial intelligence, from where it comes? The basic source of artificial intelligence is the human intelligence. It is the human brainchild which induce the intelligence and put it into a particular machine. Therefore, artificial intelligence is basically humanly induced intelligence. Its source is the man. Since it has been produced by man, the original lies in the man. Therefore, we say if the robot is performing in a particular way, that movement or that activity is totally dependent on that conditioned program which has been made and developed by human brain. So therefore, basically it's the man who is behind. This is a man-induced intelligence into a machine. Therefore, we will see where the jobs will move, where the jobs will go. A machine or a robot will certainly replace the jobs. If a job is being carried out by, say, 5-6 persons, and that job is now being carried out by a robot, where those 5-6 persons will go? Apparently, and just looking at the topic, everybody becomes very much concerned that these 5 or 6 persons will render jobless. And that is creating a kind of panic in the world. Robots, since they are coming into our industrial setups and they are replacing the human beings, they will be jobless and their purchasing power will be affected. There will be less economic production, less consumption. Naturally, there will be economic slowdown at the international level, but that is not the reality. The point is, no doubt, those 5-6 persons will go jobless, but who will produce that robot? Who will design that robot? Who will conceive the idea of that robot? Where they will be manufactured? They will be certainly manufactured in another industrial setups. And that all related jobs will be again done by the human being themselves. The only difference before the AI age and in the AI age is that the job of the man will be changed. Therefore, their fields of studies, academic studies, that will change, and that will be the STEM. The human beings in the years ahead will be more involved into the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, plus information technology. So therefore, these are the 5 areas basically which are the areas of this next part of the century. This is the brief introduction and the brief basis and my base camp on which I am going to develop my whole essay. Let us go for those 13 paragraphs one by one to have a complete, thorough, inside look on the subject. Number 1, it is widely believed that by the year 2030, artificial intelligence, robots, emotionally intelligent agents, generally we call, capable of doing complex tasks, immediately familiar with human moods, will be replacing the human beings not only in most of the industrial setups, but day-to-day tasks as well. Our almost all human and vehicle devices will get equipped with emotion chips that will sense our feelings and preferences via our voices, tones, and gestures. Robots will be everywhere addressing our empathetic needs even. That would be an artificial, emotionally intelligent world. This change is not going to take place abruptly. People are very much upset with this concept. Perhaps one fine morning when they will wake up, they will see the robots swarming like anything in the streets, in the industrial setups, in the organizations and offices, and the management would say, "Gentlemen, you are fired now because the robots have taken over." This is not the position. This has never happened in the history. Things have always been very, very gradual and in evolutionary process. As a matter of fact, this mechanization and industrializations of human activities has already started taking place since 19th century onward, after the Industrial Revolution. The things which were done manually, these are being done through machines now. Just look at the typewriter. There was a time when there was manual typewriting, but with the incoming of computer and the laptop, you have seen those things have become obsolete. Those industrial setups have vanished, but the world is moving forward. The world is delivering quality. The production and the performance and the output has increased many-fold. That has added to the man's quality of life. Likewise, you have seen this photographic industry, the Kodak, Yashica, The film rolls being used in those devices are no more in the world now. Even the cameras have been replaced by these mobiles. You see where the industrial setups gone. Those people were rendered jobless, but there's no economic recession. The man has the ability to adjust itself. Certain economists, they criticize that now the change is taking place with higher speed and it will be difficult for man to adjust in the new demands. I don't believe that. If the changes are taking place quickly, abruptly and swiftly, you see man's ability and man's level of resilience has also increased manifold. And that's why society is moving forward and going upward. The quality of life of human beings has improved many times. Even the devices which I am using right now in front of you, that has added to the quality of the people, to the educational setup. This distance learning system has totally revolutionized the world. Now people are not confined to what is being taught in the Harvard University, MIT, Oxford or Cambridge. You see, this international university has opened now. Every student has been enrolled as a part of that academic system and benefiting from that. You see, you have expanded the frontiers of Harvard and Massachusetts, Stanford and Columbia University all over the globe. Further, you will see how this AI and robotics are going to revolutionize human life and they are going to create a very, very positive, the progressive and more fulfilling life and more satisfying life and more quality addition to their lives. Number two, you can align it, whatever the point has been mentioned in the outline. Number 2 point of the outline is their number 2 paragraph. Number 3 point of the outline has been elaborated in number 3 of the paragraph. There are 13 outline points and there are 13 paragraphs. The question is, will it be replacing human beings and putting them out of jobs, as some economists believe? The answer may be lying in the question. Is the phenomenon of grabbing jobs from the human beings by the technology being witnessed for the first time? People say, no doubt, this is not an unusual occurrence, but the speed with which it is going to happen has never been there in the past. Isn't it a reality that man's ability to fix the problems created by it has been multiplied? Whatever the technological speed we are moving with, is it possible that one fine morning we find robots swarming like anything in our streets and industrial setups? The reality is that this is a gradual process and the process is already on, and the speed will be in accordance with the human digestibility. We are passing through this phenomenon since the dawn of industrial revolution, that is mid-18th century onward. There have been continuous pressures on the human workforce in favor of more skilled and technical jobs and educational domains accordingly. The only difference in this second machine age, the digital age, is that the process of transformation has just speeded up. Consequently, the human capacity to deal with the challenge. Second part of the same paragraph is, no doubt the smart machines, new technologies, dipped in the artificial intelligence, overtaken by the highly globalized, interactive and interdependent business environment, are compelling the entrepreneurs to reset and adjust their human workforce jobs and skills. But these are not only the challenges but opportunities for the entrepreneurs as well, as these are going to reduce their expense. Finally, improving the quality of the life of the people. Some economists take this challenge as a disruptive force concerning the economic security of the people. But when we look at European Industrial Revolution, which started in the late 18th century with the invention of steam engine, we find that it did replace many human jobs, but without any abrupt loss of jobs leading to any severe economic recession. Instead, it uplifted the quality of the people's life. As regards the apprehension that the previous industrial revolution was slow and the looming digital one based on AI would be faster than that, hence would be telling upon human jobs very negatively, It is very difficult, rather impossible, to replace all human beings with robots in any industrial setup so abruptly. The process would be a gradual one, which has already started. As previously discussed, robots, of course, are to be conceived, designed, and manufactured by engaging the highly skilled human force, giving rise to altogether substantial new industrial setups, as happened in the case of computers replacing the manual typewriters and industries related to their manufacturing in the 1980s. Before the birth of Microsoft, you would agree, and its ecosystem in the 1980s, nobody could even imagine the creation of more than 15 million jobs in the IT sector. For instance, Facebook created more than 5 million, Amazon more than 500,000, and likewise Apple and Google. The manufacture of hardware and jobs associated with it are also there. Computerization of service sectors, which started in the 1980s, is yet to be introduced and completed in many developing countries. Accordingly, the demand for computers. The fate of the new automated, digitized age would not be different than that of the software and hard accessories and creative sectors associated with it, as many dramatic technological breakthroughs are going to happen. Robotics and AI is just the continuation of the same in a sense. No doubt a robot has been placed in a company's board of directors, but see how many people have been engaged right from conceiving the robot idea, putting the relevant intelligence in it, designing and manufacturing the same. Hence, in this AI-driven age, income and employment opportunities are not going to squeeze but are going to change its course only. Manual typewriters, data registers in banks and all other commercial organizations, and extensive use of paper was the only mode of transaction and communication between individuals and organizations just 30 years ago, and it is still in many developing countries. Computers have dispensed with all this without bringing any job squeezing effect, instead becoming a vital source of employment in the computer, hardware and software industry. The third point is, who will be the champion in the production of robots? Now we will see who will be the champion in the production of robots.